Hi, can everyone see me? I'm usually very short, so I like stages because I just, seem a little bit elevated. So anyway, thanks everybody for coming today. I'm going to talk about two very powerful words. It's called what if, yeah? Two very common words that everyone uses every day. I don't know about you guys, but I use these two words very commonly. And I've got a lot of what if moments in my life. For example, what if I had the opportunity to travel across, all over, before I started working? Or if I did a different course in university. One very common question that I ask myself every single day, what if I was 20 kilos lighter, right? Or what if I had married Prince William? Yeah. So a lot of what if moments in my life. Now, what I've realized is a lot of people, say what if and then don't do anything. Yeah, what if, Well, I don't want to be that kind of person, yeah? So for me, I use these two words, what if, to kind of like challenge me out of my comfort zone to explore more possibilities. Because I knew that what if is the one thing that's going to get me to discover or to learn a little bit more about myself. So in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to share a little bit about my story and how I use these powerful two words to take me out of my comfort zone. But I've got a couple of things before I start. Firstly, anyone who doesn't understand Manglish, Malaysian English? Anyone? Because I speak Manglish, I can't speak like English, yeah? So if you don't understand, just raise your hand, all right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is, if you see my paper shivering, it's not that I'm scared, it's just it's really, really cold, all right? Third thing, I like how you guys are laughing, because my third point is basically, I'm pretty lame with my jokes, yeah? So at any point of time, if you feel that like I'm being lame, just laugh, all right? Just laugh. It keeps me motivated like that. All right, so before I start, I'm going to go to the next slide. There are three things you need to know about me. This is actually me, yeah? Just a couple of years back. Yeah, just a couple of years back. So three things you need to know about me. My name is Anisha. If you cannot remember anything else, just remember my name, all right? And I come from a very typical Asian family where, as I was growing up, my parents told me that, Anisha, you have to be the best in the class, okay? You cannot get 99 marks for maths, must get 100. If you can get 110, even better, right? My parents told me that, when you grow up, you have three choices. You either become a doctor, lawyer, or engineer, all right? And then when it's time for you to marriage, after you've graduated and started working, you've only got three options, You find a boy who is a doctor, lawyer, or engineer, right? So very typical, my family. And the third thing you need to know about me is my age is always a secret, so do not try to Google, or no one in Groupon knows my age as well. So that's the three things you need to know about me, all right? So you see, growing up for me, right, was really simple, really simple, because I just had to follow what society was telling me is the right thing to do, and I just needed to follow what my parents told me because they had planned my entire future, right? So in summary, my life was in their hands, basically, yeah? Now, this happened right up to after my Form 6, so I was deciding which university to go and what course I wanted to do and stuff. And then my mother reminded me, Anisha, doctor, lawyer, or engineer, right? So she decided for me that of all these three options, being a doctor was the closest to my personality, right? So I must agree, I like people. I think I would have made a good doctor. But it's just that I asked my first powerful what if question. I asked my mom, but what if I did something else? Because I knew that I was passionate about speaking in public. I was passionate about people and stuff, and or rather, I liked doing that, right? So I said, maybe I want to become a lecturer. Maybe I want to lecture. Maybe I want to be a trainer. So you don't have to send me all the way to Manipal or to study medicine, right? I can do any course and be a trainer or a lecturer. So my mom very reluctantly, after like 5 days thinking about it, not sleeping, and she said, okay. She gave me one condition She gave me one condition that like, okay, fine, I can study in Malaysia, do whatever course I want, but it must be very close to medicine, okay? So I ended up going to USM, University Science Malaysia in Penang, and I majored in biotechnology. Close enough lah, all right? Close enough. I majored in biotechnology and minored in psychology. And little did I know that what if question totally changed my life. So, third week in university, I don't know whether you have it in INTI or not, but like you have this recruitment drives, right? All these societies and organizations try to recruit first-year students. So I was walking along the corridor and then looking at all the booths, and there was nothing that said nucleus, chromosome, yeah? I mean, I'm a science student all my life. No association, no society that said that, right? And then so I thought, okay, maybe don't join anything. But then I saw this really, really cute guy. I tell you, he's the cutest guy I've ever seen. He's the first guy I saw when I entered the university as well. And so he was signing up at this booth. It was a blue booth, It had the word management, leadership, global, international, whatsoever written on it. I had no clue, economics, I had no clue. These words are all alien to me because I'm science, I'm science, Yeah, so anyway, I asked myself the next question, what if I also joined that cute guy, right? So I took the pen on the table and I wrote my name, and that's how I said hello to the world of AIESEC. All right? So, so I don't know if you guys know AIESEC, but AIESEC's not the name of that cute guy. Neither is it a funky, cool place, all right? AIESEC is the world's largest international youth organization. It's present in over 110 countries, and basically it believes in leadership development and using issue-based initiatives to kind of like create impact in societies. Again, no clue what that meant, all right? I stayed in AIESEC for a few meetings, and then I said, I don't hear any bacterias, chromosomes. Yeah, what am I doing here? And it was really, really tough, guys, because these were new things for me. It was extremely challenging. I wanted to quit because at that point of time, quitting was like the easiest option, right? I was suffering, right? But again, right, I asked my big question, what if I stayed? What will I learn from this opportunity? What would I gain? What would I learn about myself? And I'm going to tell you, right, every single thing that I am today is because of that what if question. I chose to stay in AIESEC. See, from a typical Malaysian Indian girl who believed that life is everything the society had told you it was, or that your destiny is something that's written on a leaf before you're born. Yeah, I was not changing, because of AIESEC. Yeah, so I was becoming a little bit more confident about myself. I suddenly became ambitious. I wanted to learn a bit more about business. I wanted to know what's economics all about. I was becoming a little bit more hungry to want to learn and explore new things. Not hungry for food, hungry to want to learn. And I suddenly felt that I was starting to discover myself. I was starting to discover the real me. And that's when I knew that my romance with microbes and bacteria will be short-lived, right? So after graduating, or just on my last month, just before I graduated, I started this really huge feeling, sense of like interest to explore HR, human resources, because I felt that like being in HR, I'll be able to like work with people, help people, elevate their experience and learnings and so on and so forth. And so I said to my friends and family, guys, biotechnology will always be an option in my life, but I'm going to pursue HR. My parents looked at me and said, are you insane? It's not in one of our categories, right? And then My friends were not very supportive either. They said like, who's gonna offer you a HR role, right? You don't have the qualifications for this. Wow, pretty demotivating, isn't it? Yeah, so when the rest of the world said no to me, I said, what if? So I applied. I applied for every HR internship I could find in Malaysia, overseas. I don't care the company, I didn't care about the location, I just wanted to do HR. Because people said I don't have the qualification, so I want to build that qualification, right? So eventually, in 2 weeks, I got myself an offer with a company in India, Bangalore, yeah? So it's a company in India, and they were offering me a HR internship, so I'll be a HR executive in their company, doing all sorts of stuff, including training and development. Oh, dream come true, right? And so I packed my bags, went to India. I thought that it's going to be no culture shock lah, because I'm Indian, right? So, yeah. But then when I went there, it was really, really challenging, yeah, because no other races around, only Indians, right? A bit challenging because I don't speak the local language as well. So it was really, really challenging. I was alone there, no family, no friends. I had to like find my own accommodation whatsoever. But the experience was amazing. It was the most intense experience I've gone through, but definitely life-changing one. Yeah. So because of this what if question again, I got something in my resume to say that I can do HR. Yeah. So again, I didn't want circumstance or society to tell me what I should become. I wanted to become what I wanted to become. Yeah. So then eventually I came back. Eventually I came back to Malaysia. My parents were delighted. Welcome back, daughter, right? And they said, okay, so it's time for you to work for a big corporate now, earn big bucks. This is what their dream was, right? So they were very happy. They said, it's time to get a real job. Yeah? And, but I had other plans, guys. I had other plans. Guess what? I accepted a job offer that paid me 350 ringgit a month. I worked 17 hours a day, 7 days a week. It was actually for the AIESEC Malaysia National Committee. It's a not-for-profit, right? So they don't pay normal salary ranges, but like 350 ringgit. And I'm very proud. Yeah, I've written a couple of articles about this. My first salary in my life was 350 ringgit. Yeah. Guess what my parents said? Any guesses? Of course they were very happy. Of course not. They were very, very disappointed, and they kept telling me that, Anisha, this is the biggest mistake you can do, right? And I wanted to respect them because, after all, they are the ones who groomed me to who I was, right? And so I negotiated on a timeline. I said, Mom and Dad, just give me 2 years. 2 years, yeah? If this is the biggest mistake that I'm going to do, then I want to invest in this mistake to learn as much as I can. Yeah? Because I wanted to learn about running a business. I wanted to learn about business development, sales, finance, economics, so on and so forth. I wasn't ready to settle in what people call real job, normal life, so on and so forth. Okay? So then, so from there, I look a bit fat here, right? I mean, still fat lah, but fatter there, right? Yeah, so I lost weight, okay, after that, yeah. So anyway, my experience earning 350 ringgit a month eventually brought me to becoming the president for AIESEC in Malaysia. Now that's leading the business here in Malaysia. I had 500 people in my team, and it was an amazing experience. Yeah, but again, I wasn't satisfied. I wanted more. I was hungry to want to learn a little bit more, and so there was this opportunity to be part of the global team of AIESEC. It's called AIESEC International. It's based in the Netherlands. It's for 2 years. Yeah. Now, it is intimidating to know that 40 years AIESEC in Malaysia, and no Malaysians have ever been selected for this role. Yeah. So I said, what if I apply? Yeah. What if I apply? Now let me just tell you a little bit. This is like running for. It's worse than Malaysian elections. Yeah. It's so intense. 300 people apply, and there are only 20 positions. 300 people from 110 countries apply, and there are only 20 positions. You've got to go through interviews, 3 rounds of interviews. You've got to go through vote of confidence. That means people need to vote that they are confident you can be a great leader, so on and so forth. And I was super scared. I thought of quitting every point of the process. But then I said, what if I continued? Yeah? What if I applied? What if I continue? What's the worst that can happen? I don't get selected lah. Right? So I continued. And I'm very proud to tell you that I was the first Malaysian to be selected to be part of the AIESEC international team. Yeah. So that's my team, yeah? So we're 22 people, and then 18 different countries, and I'm the shortest one, right? Yeah, so easy to recognize me. I'm always in the middle, yeah? So anyway, this is my, to date, until today, this is my proudest achievement in my life, yeah? And it all started with 350 ringgit salary a month. Now, when I look back in my life, there are a couple of things that I realized. I'm a really simple girl, and I come from a very typical Asian family where, you know, circumstance and society dictates who you should become. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to live my life. And I knew that, like, the only way I could challenge myself is to open more possibilities. And I could only open more possibilities every time I asked myself, what if? Yeah? So when I look back, there are a couple of things that I feel very lucky to have experienced. Yeah? The first one being that, I've traveled and worked in over 40 countries. Yeah? I'm still young, okay? So, yeah. And I spent over a month in East Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda, to just learn a little bit more about the issues that they were facing right now, in particular HIV/AIDS. And then I worked with international organizations, corporate and non-corporate organizations, to develop youth development and leadership development programs for young people across 110 countries. I developed a program, HIV/AIDS awareness program, together with Standard Chartered and a couple of other countries, to be implemented in Asia, Africa, and Latin America, and it's still running until today. Yeah. The last one, because of my determination and my adamance to really pursue, things that are around my area of passion, which is people development and stuff, I was given the opportunity to chair numerous leadership conferences across the globe. Yeah, so I chaired even the Africa Leadership Development Seminar, where it was a conference where all students from across Africa gathered in Ghana. So I was chairing that conference. And the recent one in 2010, I was invited to chair the Asia Pacific Leadership Development Seminar in Taiwan. Yeah, so I wouldn't have achieved this if I didn't ask two very important, didn't ask what if. Yeah. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy, and I'm very. I feel lucky, but I think that I really worked hard to achieve everything that I have today. Yeah, I'm still in my journey of achieving much more. I'm not at my peak or anything like that, but I'm very happy to have what I have today. Do you know? I'm one person that wakes up every morning saying, "Oh, I'm living my dream," and I'm not saying that just for the sake of saying that. Yeah, I wake up at 5 every morning. Yeah, I'm very excited to get to work. Even when I'm on MC, I still go to work because I feel that I was very fortunate to have worked very, very hard and to be able to find my purpose and my passion, and that and I used that, I leveraged on that information to match myself to the right company and the right role. Yeah. So I work for Groupon. I don't know if anybody knows Groupon. Anybody who doesn't know Groupon? It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So so Groupon is this very I'm very fortunate I'm able to say that I'm living my dream only because I work for a company that's unconventional. Yeah. It's an unconventional company that does a lot of things very differently. We're a mix between an MNC and a startup. We look at business strategy and people strategy at the same level. So I manage people strategy for Groupon. Yeah, I look at how the business and the people paktor together. All right? Yeah, so that's basically what I do. Now, I wouldn't be able to match myself to the right company and the right role if I didn't embark on a journey to discover my purpose and my passion, right? I'm gonna summarize a couple of things. Like, guys, my story, I'm not just lucky. I worked very hard. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a couple of things. The first thing is, life is too short. Yeah, life is too short, but you've got the power to make it great. You've got to just challenge yourself. Step out of your comfort zone. A lot of Malaysians, you like to stay in their comfort zone. Yeah, we need to step out of our comfort zone. Okay, live your life. Don't live someone else's life. Don't allow society to tell you what you should become. Right? And by that, I don't mean to be rude. Yeah. So I want to go to the next slide. Now this is me, front cover of a magazine, and I want to stress a point. Just because you want to live your dream doesn't mean you have to be disrespectful to your parents. All right? I'm putting this up because I look a bit fat here, so it's okay. But I have this magazine framed up and put in my house by my parents. Yeah? Because today they're really, really proud of me. They know where I started and how I worked my way to becoming who I am today. Yeah? So this is me, front cover of a magazine, right? Yeah, and so as I was saying, live your life. Don't let society or circumstance dictate who you should become. Yeah, and in that process, please don't hurt the people that you love. Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I never want to live my life asking what if and not doing anything about it. I think Naveen said just now, you need to work hard. Yeah, and passion's not going to drop from the sky like anything else, like money, knowledge, boyfriends. They don't drop from the sky, right? You've got to work very, very hard. Yeah, so don't be afraid to work hard, all right? One of the reasons why even Groupon, yeah, we do well is because we are not afraid to work hard. We always give 110% in anything that we do, all right? And the last thing is that basically you use this knowledge, knowledge that you have about your own purpose and passion to match yourself to right opportunities at work. Because I don't know about you, but I feel, having known that, like, what my passion and purpose is, I feel happy right now. Yeah. So this is just one of the stories of individuals just like you and me. Yeah. My big question is, what if you were standing here today? What would your story be? Thank you.